You've tuned in to the Crispy Noodle Podcast
You realize what you've done?
with Rich Liebig
The real gangster plays his cards, right?
and Michael Costanzo.
What was that you just read?
Let us be the crispy noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news.
Good times, noodle salad.
The point is, you now have the ability to be happy.
And now, here's Rich and Mike on the Crispy Noodle Podcast.
Woo! Yeah! How you guys doing?
What's up, everybody?
It's time for this week's episode of the Crispy Noodle Podcast, live this week. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. We are here to give you some interesting bits in world sports, entertainment, and odd news. Man, it feels good. How you doing, Mike?
I'm good. That's right. We bring it to you with our unique sense of humor and wackiness. You never know what you're going to get here on the Crispy Noodle Podcast.
That's right. It's been a while since we did a live episode. So
Yeah, I don't know how to do this anymore.
You don't know how to do a live episode?
No, I know how to do it.
Yeah, you just do a regular episode, but
Right.
be more carefree,
Right, and more embarrassed.
more embarrassing.
That's right.
So that it gets recorded
Embrace it.
on the internets. Do it.
Oh, we are.
Oh, yes, good. Keep up the good work. So there you go. You might be asking yourself, why are we live this week? And I think it's a good combination of everything. Usually we try to get together and record on Tuesday, but I think it worked out for the best that we took Tuesday off and focused our energies for tonight here on Wednesday night. For me personally, I'm getting over a little bit of a cold, so if I sound a little off or a little nasally, that's why, but I'm okay and everything's good.
Woo.
Yeah, I was hopped up on Mucinex and
Oh, man.
and NyQuil.
What a cocktail.
It was great. I slept for like the last 3 days straight. It was fantastic.
That sounds really nice.
It's like a 3-day coma. I watched football on Sunday and then I woke up today. That's my schedule. That you don't even have to do a weekend bit on me. That's what I did this weekend.
Rich, what'd you do? Slept.
Slept.
There you go.
NyQuil. That's appropriate though for your side of things because you had a
Yeah.
very busy weekend.
Yeah, I did. So my family all went out to Chicago to visit JB, my brother, our associate producer.
That's
Yeah.
right, our long-lost associate producer.
Yep.
Oh, this feels so good.
Yeah.
Did,
Well,
did he say that?
yes, he did.
Oh,
Because
that's
it was
great.
very exciting to have everybody back together again. We
That's
went out.
great. Your brother's celebrating your arrival. Fantastic.
I remember when
Mike's song.
Michael was a bitch.
Everyone sing it.
Now he's still a bitch.
Woo! Yeah.
Michael's a bitch.
This is a bop.
Michael's a bitch. He is a bitch. Yeah, you know it. Woo!
Yes. So for those that don't know, Bruno came up with that song on the spot.
Yep. On
he
the
had
fly.
he had the melody in his heart, and he was just waiting for
he'd been
a canvas
right.
to explore his work, and he did it on the
I feel
Crispy Noodle podcast.
I feel like he was sitting on that for a while. You know, like it was just bubbling beneath the surface, waiting
so,
to come out.
Very talented guy, Bruno.
He is a very talented guy. But anyway, we went out to Chicago. He celebrated our arrival by singing that song, of course. But we went out to visit him and his fiance, who was celebrating her birthday and also her white coat ceremony. She's out there for optometry school. And so she got her white coat
Yeah,
and her
it's a big
birthday.
deal.
Yeah, all in one weekend. So it was a weekend of celebration, us, seeing each other again, and then also the birthday celebration and the white coat ceremony. So it was a great time. So we got to spend a lot of time together. We got to check out the city and see some of the sights. Saw the Field Museum, world renowned for having the largest and most complete skeleton of a T-Rex in the world, which was incredible. Saw the Shedd Aquarium. They have whales and dolphins, a whole bunch of awesome stuff. Tried out a lot of food as well. Ate the famous Chicago hot dog, the deep dish pizza, the cake shake. Out of all of those things, I think my favorite was probably a tie between the cake shake and the deep dish pizza. The cake shake is delicious. It's just a milkshake with a piece of cake at the bottom. Like, it's pretty self-explanatory, but
Yeah.
you don't realize what you're missing until you've tried it. It's like extra creamy, extra delicious, extra chocolatey and sugary. And
So is that something you're willing to try back here in Philadelphia?
do they have a cake shake?
I don't know. Are you going to try? Maybe you can make your own.
I mean, I don't know why nobody's done
You
it yet.
just need a piece of cake, obviously.
You just need a piece of really decadent, delicious chocolate cake at the bottom of a milkshake. The deep dish pizza was good. I feel like I was slightly gypped because I'd seen tales of like a pizza casserole, like 2-3 inches deep of sauce and cheese. The one we got tasted delicious. It was amazing, but it was basically a glorified Sicilian pizza. It was like slightly thicker crust.
Yeah, see,
and
that
dough.
doesn't sound right.
And the way JB described it was, it's like the Geno's or Pat's of Chicago deep dish pizza. Right? It was like this place or this other big local chain place.
Yeah.
So, the next time that I'm back in Chicago, whenever that is, I want to try another kind and do a compare and contrast.
Yeah, no, come on. Anybody from Philadelphia knows Gino and Pat's are the tourist traps.
Yeah, exactly. So next time I got to actually go and get like a little like corner mom and pop shop
Yeah.
deep dish pizza.
Or something that the locals recommend.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
I also tried an
That's
Italian
funny.
beef.
That's funny you
What?
mentioned this because I had a cheesesteak too on Friday.
I haven't had cheesesteak in a minute.
Yeah, I had a nice 1 a.m. cheesesteak on Friday.
There's nothing better.
It was great. It was
That's
glorious.
delicious.
Yeah.
I love that. I did have an Italian beef sandwich, though.
Italian.
Italian. That's how the lady said it, which is just if a French dip and a cheesesteak had like a bastard child together. It was bizarre.
Right, and your mom apparently didn't like that because it was all
The bread was
soaked.
mushy to her.
Yeah.
Because it's dipped. But
Yeah.
to each their own. All in all, the food was fantastic. I'd do it all again. I'll take cheesesteaks and soft pretzels and regular style pizza over Italian beef.
So
and, yeah.
take that, Chicago.
Yeah.
You double doink bastards.
You doubled. I saw Soldier Field.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a nice looking stadium.
Yeah. That may be the last time you see Soldier Field as home of the Chicago Bears.
Hey, you told me they're moving.
There's a rumor.
They may be
Yeah,
moving.
Chicago Bears bought a plot of land,
In Arlington
Heights. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they may be looking to move out of Soldier Field, which
Okay.
would be pretty momentous.
Interesting. It would make traffic a little bit better because
I
the
guess.
Bears were home that weekend.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
I
but
guess
anyway,
that was a little more chaotic.
yeah, a little bit. But you know what? If we're going to talk about sports, we might as well do it, right?
Oh yeah, I guess
And-
that's true.
and
We
do it right.
We do have a dedicated segment here for sports.
We do.
We call it the Sports Sampler.
So you're not good at sports. It's a very small part of life.
Sports.
In your face. Ha ha.
Sports coming at you in your face, and we're gonna hit a topic in 2 minutes or less with the 2-minute drill. You ready, Mike?
I'm ready.
All right. There you go. Clock is armed. What do you got?
All right. Well, this week in the 2-minute drill, it's all devoted to one person, and that is Jacksonville Jaguars coach Urban Meyer. We have a little bit of a fiasco on our hands here. He was caught at a club in Ohio instead of flying back with the team to Jacksonville after their Thursday night football loss last week. Michael Silver reports.
That's not good.
No, it's
I mean,
it's
you're
a bad
a
look.
professional head coach.
And you're also
You
like,
should be with the team.
you're also pushing 60. Like, it's just
Yeah.
kind of awkward, at that rate. You,
A
you
little
got,
bit.
you got young guys on your team right there. What kind of example are you setting for them? They're trying to be professional. Meanwhile, you're out partying after your team loses.
Yeah, an 0-4 start. Yeah.
This is a really bad look. Well, it gets worse here. Michael Silver reports that the Jaguar players are not believing in Urban Meyer's apology and saying they are laughing at him behind his back. He's on the verge of losing the locker room here. Chris Long tweeted that he would advise every veteran player on the Jags to be their own boss. Then Michael Lombardi reports or believes that Meyer will be fired sometime this season. I mean, even before the season's out, this is like a catastrophic fall from grace, considering that there were a lot of hopes and hype around this team coming into the season.
Yeah, I mean, think about where the Jaguars were before the season started. New head coach coming from a land of college where he was one of the most successful college coaches in history. Number 1 overall draft pick, Trevor Lawrence, who was supposed to be a generational talent.
Right.
A franchise ownership with the Khans that are giving WWE a run for the money with All Elite Wrestling. I mean, it looked like all the stars were aligning to finally turn this franchise around, and it's gone laughably wrong. 0-4, the coach losing control of the team already. He's trying to bang chicks at an Ohio bar. It's bizarre. It is bizarre how far they've fallen.
Yeah, bad stuff.
Ooh, not good. There you go, and the buzzer sounds.
The buzzer sounded on Urban Meyer, maybe.
He's got to pull a win He better pull a win, or that could be the end of his career right
He's
there.
got to pull like 4 or 5 wins. I mean, right now, quarter of the way through the season, already 0-4. There's another team who's also not doing so hot so far in the first quarter of the league year. Of course, we're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. We have your Week 4 game recap here. The Eagles gave Andy Reid his 100th win with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, the Eagles doing Andy Reid the honor. You know, Big Red comes back into town. What better way to show him how much you love him by letting his Chiefs roll all over you 42-30.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
What the hell happened?
The Chiefs are still a top 10 offense.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me that they kind of ran up the score in the second half and ran away with this thing. There's something I do want to address, though, because I got a couple of texts in the first half of this game where it looked like the Eagles were actually keeping pace with the Chiefs.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, in the first half, the score was, 21-13?
Yeah.
Going into halftime.
Yeah.
It's,
And,
that's a single
and
score.
I got a couple of texts and tweets that were saying, oh, well, maybe this is not that bad. They're moving down the field and everything's fine. Folks, I would like to point out that the Chiefs this season are a bottom 5 defense, actually, in terms of yards per play. They are atrocious.
They've also never been a great defense. Even when they won their Super Bowl, they weren't that great of a defense. They were serviceable.
They had a little bit. Yeah, they had service. Yeah, serviceable enough to propel them to win the Super Bowl. But ever since then, their defense has fallen from mediocre to bottom of the pack.
Right.
And the fact that I was getting messages saying, oh, maybe the Eagles can turn it around now. No, this is fool's gold. This is a bottom 5 defense. The Eagles were succeeding where they're supposed to succeed in that situation. I'm still not buying it. Another loss. I'm still confident they're going to go under 6.5 wins this year.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so the Eagles were keeping it close at one point, 28-23. Hey, that's within striking distance. Then, in the fourth quarter, in the matter of minutes, the Chiefs go up 42-23, almost 20 points. That's 3 scores, guys, in case you lost track of how numbers work.
How scoring works.
And then the Eagles get a cheap garbage time touchdown there at the end to bring it to 42-30.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not keeping it close.
No. And I think anybody trying to spin this into any sort of positivity, I think is fool's gold. I think you're trying to dig at something that's not there. This is a team that is still way too fresh. There's no way that they're going to make a run for the playoffs.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
I see this team going 6-11.
To really put this in perspective, the Chiefs are 2-2, and one of those wins came against the Eagles. You know, we're not playing the defending Super Bowl champions here.
No, we will do that 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now. So we'll see where
on a Thursday.
We'll see where the Eagles really
That's
stand.
going to be weird.
Yeah, it
I don't
is.
know how we're going to do the podcast that week. The game's going to be on a Thursday night. That's weird.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we're going to have to decide that in production.
Yeah.
Note that down. Production meeting.
That's right. Yes, everyone watching.
Yes. You are now our associate producer. Thank you.
That's what happens when JB moves to Chicago. We
Yeah.
just give out the role to everyone.
Yep, there you
Anyone
go.
and everyone. See that, JB?
Pay attention.
You know? But I'm looking at the stats here, and it's just so depressing because you mentioned that the Chiefs are a bottom 5 defense. Why is it then that our running backs and receivers run the ball collectively 11 times? Jalen Hurts is the leading rusher on the team with only 47 yards. We're not using those running backs.
Sorry if you drafted Miles Sanders in your fantasy league.
7 carries for 13 yards. Yeah. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, you have the Chiefs putting up 200 yards rushing. You have Tyreek Hill alone putting up 186 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yep. Couldn't stop him. Couldn't stop him at all.
I mean, there's a difference between can't stopping and having a single player completely annihilate your team.
By the way, this is a good point about Darius Slay now. Do you think that might have been a huge free agent bust? Because now he's 31. I think he might be already hitting the downslope of his career.
I don't think it's a bust because he's definitely an improvement over what we had. And overall, he does it.
What about Tyreek Hill?
Okay, hold on. Hold your horses here. Darius Slay usually can keep receivers pretty bottled up. Tyreek Hill is a speedster. Darius Slay is not. And this is the problem that, yes, he is an older corner. He's going to lose a step. He can compete with possession receivers. He can compete with big-bodied receivers. But these speedsters are going to give him trouble. And unfortunately, the defensive scheme that we're running is zone heavy, and it's not really, designed to handle these speedsters.
There was a stat that the Eagles are playing the most zone defense out of any NFL team.
Yeah, but we're not built for that. Our linebackers are terrible, and our safeties are terrible. So how can you run a zone scheme when your linebackers can't cover the middle of the field and your safeties can't cover deep? Then you ask Darius Slay, who is a man-to-man corner, Nnamdi Asomugha, and they play him in zone. So I don't think Darius Slay is the sole problem here. I think that, yes, he is on the downward trend, but I don't think that he's a bust, not a free agent bust like we've seen in the past. As with everything with this team, I think we're just terribly schemed and terribly built. I've said this before. We have simultaneously one of the youngest rosters and one of the oldest rosters in key positions.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense, but we pulled it off. So the Eagles' problem is run deep and run rampant.
Yeah. So do you have any hope for them now this season? Are you still going to go over 6.5 wins?
I mean, it's still early, but if you chart this, trajectory here, the projection is, 4 or 5 wins, right? Because now this is 4 out of 17 games played. We're 1-3, so you just chart the, do the projection. So every game that finishes, I lean closer and closer to going under 6.5 wins. I thought maybe they could eke out a 7th. I really did think, Jalen Hurts showed some promise. We have some really electric offensive weapons, but they're not being used. They're like Devontae Smith had his first 100-yard game 4 games into the season. I mean, he was supposed to be somebody who could come in and completely change the Eagles' offense. I haven't seen that game-changing ability yet. I mean, I believe he possesses it, but between Jalen Hurts' struggles, and everybody likes to point out his stats, stats don't tell the whole story, okay? You can put up good stats, Kirk Cousins. Carson Wentz some season. Remember 2018, 2019, Wentz was, he had above average stats, but the team was pathetic. We were, they didn't look good. And right now I'm worrying about Jalen Hurts. He can't complete the timing passes. He struggles to, throw ahead of his receivers. So, it's a lot of the same things we saw in previous quarterbacks that we would criticize here in Philadelphia, like Donovan McNabb and Mike Vick, Carson Wentz. It's the same story over and over again. But anyway, this is a very long-winded way of saying that I think, like last year, this team has deep systemic problems. I'm starting to worry about Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni. I'm willing to continue to give them a chance. It's both, first Jalen Hurts' first year as a starter, Nick Sirianni's first year as a head coach. It's always rough. Look at Peyton Manning. His first season as a quarterback didn't really do anything. I'm not saying Jalen Hurts is going to be Peyton Manning, but we got to give him a shot. But yeah, I'm leaning closer and closer to under 6.5.
All right. Well,
I think you were right, Rich.
Well, if there was one good thing to note, it was that LaShawn McCoy came home and retired as an Eagle this weekend. So there you go.
Still the Eagles' best running back. And Miles Sanders has no hope of catching any of those accolades
because apparently we don't run the ball anymore.
They refuse to run the football unless it's Jalen Hurts.
I know this is a passing league, but so much for that. We're not going to run.
Miles Sanders has such incredible potential. One of the most electrifying running backs. And they just refuse to use him.
Yep.
It just does not make any sense.
Woo. All right. Well, speaking of horrible futures, I guess it's time to let you know what horrible futures we think are going to happen.
Okay.
With the Fantastic Four picks for week number 5 of the NFL season. I've got the techno dance music loaded up. What do we got on the docket?
First up, we have a potential AFC playoff preview. We have the Cleveland Browns traveling to LA to face off against the Chargers Sunday at 4 o'clock. This is a good matchup, Rich. The Browns and the Chargers, not two teams that we thought would be in this position a couple years ago. Now, all of a sudden, both 3-1, have a real shot of winning their respective divisions. Who do you think will come out on top of this one?
Yeah, this is interesting. I don't know if you watched any bit of their Monday night game, but the Chargers do not have a home field advantage.
No, they haven't ever since they moved to LA.
There's a clip on Twitter, if you want to find it, that they got booed coming out of their own home tunnel by the Raiders fans on Monday night.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty pathetic, actually. Even though the Chargers are feeling good right now, I kind of feel like this is a case where you have to expect the opposite to start to take place, you know? They've been on fire, but the Browns are in a very interesting spot because they're trying to make sure everything is working together in this kind of last year that they have their firepower with Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, Odell Beckham Jr., Baker Mayfield, that key core. This might be their last year that they're all together.
Right.
I think they're going to start to really fire the rocket boosters on that offense and explore. I got a good feeling about the Browns in this one. I feel like the Browns can come in, especially to a stadium that is not owned by the Chargers apparently, and just come in. This is more like a neutral field now instead of a home field advantage.
Right.
And I think the Browns take it. I think this is one that they can hand them a loss.
Oh, this is such a tough one because I actually like the Chargers this season.
I do too.
I love their story, but you know, the Browns have the past couple of years shown that they have staying power, right? That they have this core that can compete. The Chargers, while they're shocking here early in the season, are still very new to this concept of winning like this.
Their fans are, because they're not showing up to the stadium.
Right, they're not. They still think that the Chargers are terrible from the past couple of years. What I'm trying to get at is I think the Browns are a little bit more experienced now that they've had a couple of winning seasons under their belts. They're no longer the laughing stock of the NFL. I think they have a real chance coming in here. They have the second-ranked defense, the first-ranked rushing attack. I think it could cause some problems for the Chargers. So I think you're right. They have a slight chance of winning. I think it's going to be close. This is going to be a good game, one of the better games this week to keep an eye on, but I am going to go with Browns. Hesitant to do so because I really like the Chargers, but I think the Browns have a good shot at winning this.
Yep.
Next up, we have staying alive in the NFC West. The San Francisco 49ers traveling to Arizona to face off against the division-leading Arizona Cardinals. This is a tough division.
Yeah.
Every team at or above 500. It's anybody's division, but first they have to topple the Cardinals, who are still undefeated.
The only undefeated team.
The only undefeated team. Can the 49ers do it?
I think they can. I think this is another situation where you kind of have to expect the opposite right now. The Cardinals have been flying high. They're the lone undefeated team right now. But I think the 49ers, they're in more dire straits. They can't afford a division loss and fall further behind in this very competitive division. And the 49ers have had some very tough opponents. I mean, they almost knocked the Packers off and Aaron Rodgers if it wasn't for a 30-second drive at the end of the game to ruin that one for them. I think the 49ers, they can contain Kyler Murray a little bit better. I think they're better equipped. I think this might be one that hands the Cardinals their first loss.
Wow. You know what? I think I'm going to go with the opposite here. I think that the Cardinals are going to continue to impress, at least early in the season. I mean, right now, nobody can stop them.
That's right.
They are flying high, comfortable at home. You're right, this would be a huge statement game and a big do-or-die game for the 49ers. But I just think right now, the Cardinals are just playing at another level. And I think it might be a little bit too much for the 49ers to handle. I mean, one of the 49ers wins came against the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's true.
So, while they're 2-2, they're 2-2. They're right now average.
Well, let's
so they're
put it
still
this
trying
way.
to find their footing.
But let's put it this way: they fall to 2-3 in this division.
They're done. Maybe not done, but
it's looking very grim.
I just don't know if they have the talent to compete with the Cardinals right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going with the Cardinals at home.
It'll be very grim.
It's going to be very grim. It's going to be another good game, I think. Those division rivalries are always good. But what else is good is another potential AFC playoff preview. We have the Buffalo Bills traveling to Kansas City to face off against Big Red. Can he get his 101st win at home against the Bills?
No, I'm going Bills.
Wow.
I'm going Bills on this one.
No, I agree.
You're giving me all the visiting teams. I don't know if that was on purpose. I love the Bills in this matchup. This should be a case where Josh Allen matches with Patrick Mahomes, and then the Bills defense gets 1, 2, or 3 just massive drive stops that turn the favor to the Bills' side. I think this is a great tactic. If you're going to do any sort of betting, I think this might be your moneymaker. I think Bills are going to take this one on the road. I like this matchup.
It's really hard to play in Arrowhead Stadium, but these two teams are ridiculously evenly matched on offense. The difference
is defense.
And you pointed out is defense. You have the 31st, now stats don't tell the whole story, but the 31st ranked defense against the number 1 defense. Again, 4 games into the season. Stats don't tell the whole story.
It's probably not that extreme, but it's indicative.
Stats don't tell the whole story, but when the difference is 30.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the stats are. That is a huge gulf, and I think just based on that sole difference, you have to go Bills right now.
Yep.
So I'm
right now, Bills are the underdog. They have the points. Take them in the points.
Yeah.
Do it.
No, that's a good idea. Well, Rich, why don't you give us some betting information on this one here? It's our very own hometown Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Carolina to lose one to the Panthers. Oh, wait, did I spoil something there?
Yeah. I don't see them pulling off a win here.
No, neither do I.
No.
The Panthers are surprisingly good this year. Give them credit where credit is due.
Yeah, Sam Darnold's having a renaissance after the Jets.
He's having. It just goes to show you, don't play for the Jets.
No, don't. It's not good. Not a good look. No, it's definitely. I think Panthers should take this one. They look more electrifying. They have a better defense. All signs point to Carolina in this one.
This is one of the games before the season I thought maybe the Eagles can steal this one. Not anymore. I don't think so. Unless something completely changes between now and Sunday, the Eagles are going to lose this one.
I would agree as well. But there you go. That's what we have for you this week with our fantastic 4 picks for week number 5 of the NFL season. Yeah, there you go. Our nice techno music there. Closing out.
Gotta enjoy the techno football music.
Yeah. Not techno football music. Very similar. All right. But there you go. We got to take a quick break. We talked enough sports, so we're going to take a little bit of a break. But don't go anywhere because we still got the entertainment entree and the non-fortune cookie odd news still to come. We'll be right back here on the Crispy Noodle Podcast.
Ready for the weekend? Happy Friday. Hi, my name's Marie, and I'm an artist who's been making Happy Friday doodles every week for over 7 years. And now you can own my art collection in this Volume 1 and Volume 2 art series. These doodles span across multiple themes, yearly festivities, various countries, languages, and more. Both coffee table books have something for everyone and are the perfect conversation starter or gift for a friend. Really, anyone who enjoys a good weekend. Available on Amazon, Ingram, BookBaby, Barnes & Noble, and more. Visit happyfridaydoodles.com/books and get your copies today. Let's celebrate the best day of the week. Happy Friday.
If you go to Taco Bell at 3 a.m, this is what you're going to get. Yeah,
that clip is already coming into play.
Yes, already. So there you go.
Stop.
What happened?
The thing went on.
Well, how did that turn on?
I don't know. The fart sound.
The fart sound turned Amazon on?
I think the fart sound turned on my Echo.
What?
I don't know. It turned on.
What are you doing, Jeff Bezos? What are you into?
Basically, he's listening to fart sounds.
He's listening to our fart sounds. Oh my god!
I changed the trigger word to fart. I gotta fart at it now. I don't know what happened.
That's really awkward. You're gonna have to. Excuse me.
Excuse me. How can I help you?
You may need some bowel.
Do you want me to automatically order you Pepto-Bismol? I don't know why. I don't know why I'm talking to it solely through farts now.
It actually, you fart into it.
Fart once for yes and twice for no.
No. Actually, you fart into the device, and then
Yeah.
Amazon can determine what medicine you need.
Oh, right. Wow. That's next level right there. Or what you've been eating and what you want to reorder.
Oh.
I detect Cheetos. Would you like to subscribe?
Would you like a bulk order of Cheetos?
Oh, yes, please.
Cheetos ordered.
Cheetos. That story took a turn.
Yeah.
Cheetos ordered.
Okay. All right. There you go. The latest from Jeff Bezos and Amazon.
It's amazing technology, I tell you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're back here on the Crispy Noodle Podcast, rocking and rolling on this special live episode. That's why you got to make sure you're following us on Facebook so that if we do a live episode, you'll be notified on Facebook Live. So there you go, message to all of our podcast listeners.
That's right.
Which we see you, by the way.
We do.
Yeah, we got a report in saying our numbers went up on the podcast feed. So I want to thank all you guys that are tuning in. Maybe you're new to the podcast. Maybe you just found us. Maybe you were looking for a cooking show. Sorry to disappoint you.
That's our secret.
Yeah, sorry.
We talk about food, but not how to cook it, just how to eat it.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that. Thought maybe one day we'd get around to recipes, but it never.
We should do
never came through.
a video series of cooking.
Yeah.
It would be calamitous
Right.
and great comedy, I think.
So, just on a weird tangent, there's one of my favorite YouTube channels is Chef John Pierre. I think I'm saying his name right.
Did you show me a video of that guy cooking eggs? Or am I thinking of something else?
No, he's the pretentious guy that taught Gordon Ramsay. That's
right.
Oh, I see his face and I remember.
He's French though, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna forget his.
Anyway, back to your story.
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. The only thing I remember about him is he's French.
Ah, the French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence.
Yeah, I forgot what his name was, but he was the one that taught Gordon Ramsay. No, one of my favorite YouTube channels is Chef John Pierre.
Okay,
and he has this really thick accent. So when he says onion, it's onion, Onyo, and he's like run with it as a meme.
Okay,
so like he had like a recent recipe that was like onion soup, and he put ONYO soup. Like I love it when people acknowledge like inside jokes and stuff. But he is chaotic in the kitchen.
Okay,
it's great. Like he has like a bowl full of butter next to him, and he's like, "That's for emotional support." And I'm like, "That's my guy. You gotta have butter.
You gotta have salt, butter. These are the things that make the world go round.
Garlic,
yeah.
Yep. So that's one of my favorite YouTube channels. It's pissing me off. I can't remember the dude's name. I hate that.
I can't help you. I don't know who it was.
Another tangent. As I'm getting older, it's really bothering me when I can't remember things. Have you felt that way?
Dude, I've been there. Where you been?
But I
yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Like it angers me. It's like I can't get it out of my head that I can't remember a fact that I used to know.
Right.
I know it's in my head somewhere.
You'd have too many random factoids. You got to clear them out somehow. You gotta hit
Yeah,
your head
but
a few more times.
The cobwebs need to come out so I can
Right.
remember the dude's name.
Well, here, how about this? I think I might have some information for you. Is it Guy Savoy?
no, I don't think that's him.
I just looked up who taught Gordon Ramsay.
No. Oh,
Marco Pierre White.
It just hit me. It hit me right there.
All I did was read down a paragraph, and I was like, "Oh, here's another name."
That was so. So Mike is referring to a video. If you want to go on YouTube, there's a video of him making scrambled eggs, and he like says it like really like it's almost like he's communicating a secret spy code to you.
It's so dramatic.
If you look over here, you'll notice that I treat the eggs very calmly. It's like it says recipe for scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs are a serious matter, Rich.
This isn't World War II Nazi Germany. Just tell me how to make the frickin' eggs.
Look,
we're not trying to decode Enigma over here.
Eggs are a delicate dish. They have to be treated with the proper respect.
Very delicate.
And
must be done. If you're not mindful of the time, then what is your life meaning?
What?
I don't know. Like he says like ridiculous stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like when I want a chef to come in, they have to make a perfect egg, and if they don't, then they do not know how to work a kitchen or how to handle life. Like what?
See, podcast listeners are not going to get the full effect here because Rich is just like stroking the air in front of the camera, like he's almost like.
Well, that's what he does in the
doing
video.
A weird caress /
he does it
Jedi
in the video.
mind trick.
He does it in the video. So basically, what we're trying to say is, if you want a laugh at how pretentious this guy is, search Marco Pierre White scrambled eggs. Thank you for giving me his name.
No problem.
Finally came to my head.
I'm here to help you out in your old age.
Thank you. All right. Well, speaking of old age, let's go over things that are probably going to piss me off because entertainment has been weird lately. So let's go over things coming up in the entertainment entree.
And now, the latest in movies.
The Simpson guy writes to movies. Dear Die Hard, you rock. Especially when that guy was on the roof.
Music.
I know what that is. That's music.
Video games.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Celebrities.
You really know Warren Beatty? Yes, I do. I took a leak next to him once at the Golden Globes.
And more.
You were the all-singing, all-dancing crap at the world.
This is the entertainment entree.
Another tangent before we get in the entertainment entree, because the sounder for video games reminded me of this. Rachel's getting back into Mass Effect. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, we started Mass Effect 2. We're rolling along.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so...
Wait, you're just starting Mass Effect 2?
Well, no, she's now more than halfway into it.
Okay.
But I just want to point it out, there's never a time window. If you think it's been a while...
Tell her to tell Jordan that she needs to restart Mass Effect as well.
There you go. But just, I was trying to use this as kind of an inspirational thing, but now Mike is putting it as like a personal thing.
Oh,
but
no, yes, an inspirational thing. Yes, inspire.
It's never too late. If there's a game that you forgot to play or a game you want to replay, it's never too late. Dust off the old PlayStation 3 or whatever it is and go play it.
Yeah.
Damn it, Mike! I was trying to be inspirational.
I don't know why you chose that moment to be inspirational about video games. But you're right. You're right, though.
I was trying to be inspirational.
It's never too late.
I'm trying to be the old man giving a sage lesson, and you just ruined it for your personal bit.
Listen here, Sonny. It's never too late to revisit the classics.
Look, there's never too late.
Oh, my God.
To fix. It's never too late to go back and enjoy those video games, just like those scrambled eggs. How are they doing, by the way? You forgot about them, didn't you cheap bastard?
Because you're busy playing your video games.
That's
Focus on the eggs.
You forgot about the attention of the eggs. How could you? That's what Marco Pierre White would have said.
You have to treat your eggs like you treat Miranda's ass.
All right. Mike speaking my language. Whoa. Damn.
We gotta move along.
Whoa. All right. I guess I'm not the only one to pick Miranda.
I picked Tally.
Oh, you bastard! Why did you pick Tally?
Because at the time,
keep in mind don't leave spoilers.
No spoilers. At the time, you know what I'm going to say. They weren't involved. This is a conversation for another time.
Yeah, we don't want to go into spoilers because obviously our girlfriends are going to play Mass Effect 2. Anyway,
right.
All right, all the tangents, all going crazy. Bring it back in. We got to go over other things to look forward to besides our girlfriends playing Mass Effect 2. We got to go over some things to keep an eye out for this weekend. And there's a lot of things happening, so pay attention. It's time for Mike's This Week in Entertainment. All right, Mike, what do you have on the docket?
All right, first up, we got a little bit of TV news. Get ready for a healthy dose of nostalgia because a reboot of Nickelodeon's classic Legends of the Hidden Temple is premiering this Sunday at 9 on the CW. That's right, Legends of the Hidden Temple is back. Nobody could ever build that stupid monkey thing.
No.
I don't understand. It didn't seem that hard. It's 3 pieces, guys.
Stupid kids.
Well, you know what? Interesting you bring up kids because this show is aimed at the same exact people like me and you who watched the original series back in the day, which means it's now featuring adult contestants with a higher production value set not in a studio, but in an outdoor jungle set. So they're elevating Legends of the Hidden Temple for their millennial audience. What do you think, Rich? You going to give it a shot? I mean, Legends of the Hidden Temple was it was a timeless classic.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
The purple parrots.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah.
That's not, too far-fetched.
Right. Yeah. Watch an episode or two.
I mean, if you have American Ninja Warrior, why not? Let's do Legend of the Hidden Temple.
Right. At least this one's like themed. American Ninja Warrior is just like
jump,
leftover metal frames.
Do
jumps and
yeah.
No, I want to see the monkey statue.
Yeah, monkey.
Yeah, monkeys.
Monkey trumps metal things.
Oh my God. This show's going off the rails. In the world of video games, a new month equals new free games for PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live Gold subscribers. But the big news coming out of video games is coming from the other big name in gaming. That is Nintendo. The Switch OLED model releases this Friday. It's not quite the 4K Pro model that Switch owners had been rumoring and hoping for, but this new model does include a new, larger OLED display, more internal storage, a better audio, a revised dock with more ports, and a new kickstand for tabletop gaming. So if you don't have a Switch, this is the perfect model to get. If you do have a Switch, this might be a bit of a stretch of an upgrade at $350, but it does offer some improvements. So if you're really dedicated to your Switch or just getting into it, check out this Switch OLED model coming out this weekend. And finally, in the world of film, the wait is over, Rich.
What?
The wait is over. It's finally happening. No Time to Die is finally hitting theaters.
Ah, it's finally here!
That's right.
Oh my God. This took forever.
It's only been delayed for 2 years?
Oh my gosh,
It's supposed to come out fall 2019, right?
Somewhere along that, yeah.
Thereabouts. And then it was delayed no less than, I think, 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, due to coronavirus and rescheduling shooting, reshoots and stuff. It's been crazy. I can't believe it's finally happening.
It seems like this movie was never going to come out, but it's finally hitting theaters. This Bond movie started with a controversial casting of a female 007, which ended up not being that controversial because it's not really that big a deal.
Yeah.
But people like to blow it out of proportion. But then it continued the absurdity with, as we mentioned, the continuous delays. So, I don't know. You being a Bond fan, do you still have that same hype that you did 2 years ago? Has some of it waned?
I do now.
Okay.
I think it went from a peak to a valley, now back to a peak.
What a roller coaster. You don't even like roller coasters.
No, I don't. I'm on an emotional roller coaster with Bond. Help me.
Well, maybe this will help you. It's hitting theaters. We can all go enjoy Daniel Craig's final Bond movie. It has a 7 out of 10 on Metacritic and an 83% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's doing pretty well with the critics.
It's going to be the longest Bond movie, so make sure you get your bathroom breaks before the movie.
At 4 million hours long, just like The Irishman.
Look, all right, if a movie is good enough and great enough, it doesn't matter how long it is. It works. That's my stance on it.
Like Lord of the Rings.
No, that didn't work. But Bond, hell yes. Thank you. There you go.
And that's what we're looking forward to this week in entertainment. Oh, we timed that perfectly.
Yeah,
I'm so proud of us.
Yeah. Timing.
Yay.
Woo.
Moving along. We have more news and entertainment. This actually broke about a week or two ago, but we're just getting to it this week because we had other news last week. But this is still pretty big news here. Netflix bought its first video game developer, Night School Studios. They are the indie developer who created critical darlings such as Oxenfree and After Party. They're currently developing Oxenfree 2, but they got snapped up by Netflix because, all the rumors were true. Netflix has been looking to get into gaming. It's tried to get some of its properties into game form in the past. It's also dabbled in interactive shows and movies. So some people are questioning this move. Some people are applauding it. Rich, what do you think? Is this a logical move for Netflix? I mean, it seems like an odd move, but if I'm perfectly honest, I don't think it's that strange.
No, I don't think it's strange either. And Netflix kind of dabbled in, quote, interactive media,
right,
with some of their choose your own adventure stories, Bandersnatch off the top of my head.
Right.
So, I mean, it doesn't stand to reason that you're just a step away from dipping your toes into video games.
Right. And this is a good acquisition, I think, because they're not going out and buying one of the big guys. They're going out buying a small indie developer. And while it stinks that this developer is no longer independent, this is the kind of studio that you want to, get your feet wet with, because Netflix can essentially, give this indie developer who already made critical darlings in, their two previous games, it can give them the funding that they need to pursue more ambitious projects or just hire more staff to turn out more indie-style games, right? And Netflix, if they were smart, will know that they're not a video game company. So what they could do is let Night School Studio do what they do best, focus on the games, and you just slap your logo on everything. And you rake in the cash, very much like what Sony does with their first-party studios. They let Naughty Dog do what they do best. They let Guerrilla and Sony Santa Monica do what they do best. And Sony just provides the funding and the resources. Netflix could very much be in that same position. They don't need to get their hands dirty. They can let the game studio do what they do best. And it's always exciting to see a new, entity get into the game industry to, maybe create a little bit of competition here. What I'm a little disappointed in, though, is hearing that they're specifically interested in the mobile game space, which, mobile games can be more profitable than traditional games, but there is sort of a stigma against mobile games where it's like, are they quote unquote real games? They're usually heavily microtransactions and all that stuff.
You have to buy this. And
right. What
to advance to the next level, you need 1,000 million
tokens. 1,000 super gems, and you can get 1,000 super gems by spending, quantum bucks, which you got to buy for $5 on the App Store.
Or get 10 of your friends to sign up and be that annoying friend that tells everyone, hey, I need you to sign up and use my promo code and all that BS.
So what do you think?
Well, I hope it doesn't go down that path. I mean, if it does that, then they're not better than anybody else.
Right.
But
they're just buying a cash grab at that point.
Yeah, but I mean, Netflix has established a good track record so far.
Right.
Between, obviously, their streaming services, their interactive media. I mean, I think it's worth a shot. I don't see why, at least the first shot, I don't see why it's not worthy of your time.
Right, exactly. And I think just to quell people's concerns, like Netflix seems to know what they're doing in terms of content, right? They bring in, they make deals with different production studios to make original movies and TV shows. I can't see why it would be any different, right? They give their television and movie creators the freedom to put out the content that they want. Anybody that's watching Squid Game right now, Squid Games, they know that it's bizarre. Netflix has no problem with dabbling in the weird, in the esoteric, in the, pushing the boundaries type content. So, as long as they remain hands off, I don't have a problem with it. With them dabbling in games like this. I hope that they go the more traditional route than the mobile route, but we'll see. They already have a couple of properties on mobile. They have a Stranger Things mobile game. I think they tried to do something with Minecraft as well. But I think this is a great opportunity, and I think it makes sense. Netflix being one of the biggest, streaming services out there, they're all about delivering entertainment to a huge audience on demand, how people want it, We heard rumors in the past that there were images of Sony video games in the app code. So it's clearly something they've been working on behind the scenes, either trying to stream other developers' games or create their own games. But I think they have the infrastructure and they have the resources to make it happen. They just have to do it in a smart way.
Yeah.
Which I think they can.
Yeah. How do they come up with the system to make it so? That'll be the determining factor, I think.
Right. And this developer that they bought, Night School Studio, I think is a great first developer because their previous games, Oxenfree and Afterparty, were both point-and-click style adventure games, simple enough stuff. I could see any number of Netflix properties going that route.
Yeah.
Right? Specifically, Stranger Things would be the perfect example to do a game in that style, like a point-and-click, adventure-style game. I think it... I mean, people who have played Oxenfree, I played Oxenfree, know that it already has a kind of Stranger Things-esque vibe where it follows a group of teenagers. It's like a coming-of-age story where they get, stranded on this mysterious island and they have to, unlock the secrets of the island to, figure out what's going on. And it has a very kind of retro Stranger Things-esque vibe. So I think that's probably what led Netflix to buying the studio was, seeing that potential for their properties to go the same way. So really looking forward to that partnership there. And I'm not as concerned as other people.
All right. Well, that sounds good then. We'll see how Netflix handles its first foray into the video game world. But for now, we'll leave the entertainment world, and it's time to get to our last segment. You know what's coming up, everyone. The non-fortune cookie odd news.
We've been talking about cool and its ramifications and how it applies to the hip scene. But maybe you could give us some examples now of the opposite of cool, uncool. Just exactly what is uncool?
My nipples look like milk duds.
Holy shnikes.
It's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news.
It's not of this world. I don't know exactly what it is or what it's doing, but this is not human intelligence, okay? It's not human intelligence we're facing.
How you doing? Me? I'm doing great.
Manda bastata. I don't make this stuff up.
I'll take a pound of nuts.
That's a lot of nuts. That'll be $4, baby. You want fries with that?
I seen the celery dance across the baseball fields.
You had me at Meat Tornado.
No, go past this. Past this part. In fact, never play this again.
Okay. What does that mean?
And now it's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news.
So sit back, get everything you need to get from the kitchen. Be sure and empty the bladders. Go to the bathroom because you're in for a hell of a ride.
So good.
All right. Feeling so good. It is the non-fortune cookie odd news.
Damn, Skippy, that's right. It's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news. Here in this segment, Rich researches the news, he reads the news, and I react to the news. He finds a weird and wacky story, keeps it hidden from me, which ensures that my reactions are my genuine gut reactions to hearing this story for the very first time. I don't know what's about to happen. You guys don't know what's about to happen. And even Rich doesn't know what's about to happen because these stories always take us down wacky and wild paths, and I'm ready to get started. Do I even need to ask where we're going?
Actually, you do. The streak.
Wait, we're not going to Florida?
Yeah, the streak is over.
Oh.
We're you know what? It's we can't keep going back to the same gold mine. We got to give it a break.
Right. We don't want to completely mine it barren.
Right. We gotta let it be for a little bit. Have some breathing room.
Okay. All right.
And it'll come back stronger than ever for some godforsaken reason.
It never comes back weaker. That's for sure.
No, it doesn't. That's the worst part.
8 years running.
Yeah.
But where are we heading to now?
No, instead, we're going to one of your favorite states,
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plains. Do.
You never learned the rest of the song.
No, it's been 8 years and I still don't know.
Fantastic. All right. I just love the fact you sing Oklahoma.
I do. It's great.
So, yeah, this is Oklahoma City.
Okay.
All right. This is regular. You're going down to your local supermarket. You got to get some frozen items, down the freezer section, right?
Of course.
Well, unfortunately, this lady got a nasty surprise because cops say that they are on the hunt for a man who decided to defecate in one of the freezers at the local Oklahoma City supermarket. Yeah, right in the damn freezer. Right in there.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Don't you think that would be cold to stick your butt in there and...
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Well, unfortunately, it gets worse when you discover how this was discovered.
Oh, God.
Because cops say that they were notified after an unfortunate shopper blindly placed her hand right in the waist because she wanted to buy Totino's pizza rolls.
No.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Not the pizza rolls! So I don't understand how she blindly put her hand in it. Was she like looking in the other way and just like
I guess
started grabbing? Look, when I'm in the freezer section, I open the first I don't even open the door until I have an idea what I'm going for. I'm looking inside the freezer and I see the product that I want. I say, I'm gonna go for that one right there. I open the door. I reach in, I grab the product that I want. Sometimes I pick up two to compare. You know, two different styles of Hot Pockets or whatever it may be. I don't just reach in blindly. I don't just jump in feet first trying to grab something random.
I think you have to think of this like a social media person, because I bet you here's what I think. She was probably checking her phone for something, probably is familiar with the freezer section. This is a local supermarket.
Okay.
And she probably knows where it is. She probably was just mindlessly going down the aisle, knows where it is, checks her phone, opens up the door, reaches in. That feels soft for pizza rolls.
Oh, God.
And then looks to her horror. Ah!
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I think I might die if I accidentally touch human poop in a freezer like that. Like, I don't like... I am a germaphobe, right? So if I touched that, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah,
I'd probably just start crying.
Yeah, where
then
do you
and
go
there.
from there?
I go straight to the household cleaning aisle, and I just open every product.
Yeah, it's your fault. This is the store's fault.
It's the store's fault. So I'm
human
gonna
waste.
use your Clorox wipes. I'm gonna use your hand sanitizer and your soap. I'm gonna go get a bottle of water from the water section. I'm gonna wash my hands right there on the floor of the supermarket because you had poop in your freezer. Also, I still want to know. So I'm assuming that it was down low, but are the Totino's pizza rolls down low? And normally they're like at eye height, right?
I don't know. It depends on the freezer.
I'm really curious now because at least in the supermarkets that I go, they've always been
Why
like...
is the height making a difference to you?
Because, Rich, think about it. If they're down low, that makes sense for pooping. But how did the poop get up at eye level?
Maybe he aimed it up there?
Aimed it? How do you aim your poop above your head, Rich? Is he doing a handstand in the freezer?
Maybe he's doing a trick.
He's doing a trick poop? You have trick shot pool, you have trick shot poop.
Wouldn't surprise me. Like he does like a jump and poop.
He does a jump? It's a jump shot.
Yeah, jump shot.
Oh my God. With his pants around his ankles? Now that's impressive.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Okay, another follow-up question. How long has it been in the freezer? Because...
Yeah, that's my question.
Has it frozen?
I don't know what's worse.
Or is it... Yeah, right. Well, I think it's better to pick up frozen poop.
Well, but see, it could not have waited that. It could not have gotten to that point.
So, right.
Because she reached in and it was all over her hands. So
it was all... Okay.
So it's not frozen.
So it's kind of fresh then, right?
Yeah.
It's like less than like an hour or two.
Yeah.
So the pooper might still be in the grocery store.
All right. Well, let's get to the investigation then. You're already stumbling across the police report here.
Okay.
So this happened at a Crest Foods family market in
Crest
Moore,
Foods.
which is an Oklahoma City suburb.
Wait, where was this?
Moore. Like Roger Moore, ironically. We're just playing Bond music. M-O-O-R-E, Moore. Yes, I have a vodka martini, shaken, not stirred. That's my best Roger Moore.
Very good. I don't know how he sounds, but very
That's
good.
the best I can do. He's got more of like kind of like a up and down motion. That's the best way I can describe it. Anyway, let's not get into that.
Up and down motion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, he talks like no, that's too exaggerated. Like, he has like a little like nod when he speaks.
Like a bounce in his voice.
Yeah,
Like,
because
he talks kind of like a hip hop, hippity hop.
that's actually a little more accurate, and I wasn't sure where you were going with that, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so keep getting distracted. Cops say they found that the suspect was caught on camera. He is a African-American man in his 20s wearing an Oklahoma City Thunder jacket. And so there you go. He's proud to represent the home team while he's taking a dump in the local freezer.
There you go.
Unfortunately, the victim is Shirley Wright Johnson. Oh, here you go. I can tell you now. She was shopping with 2 daughters, so
so she was
distracted by the kids. Oh, I feel sorry for her. Oh,
yeah, I mean, I feel bad for her now. She's
she's got 2 kids. She's watching them,
She's
and
watching
then she
the
blindly
kids, yeah.
reaches in, and that's it. It's game over,
I can see she opens the door. She starts to reach in. She has to turn around, snap at her kids, like, stop.
You're running around.
Stop running around.
They're running the walls.
As she's grabbing, she goes for the Tostinos, and she grabs the poop.
And it's warm. What? What is this?
Oh, God. Do you think it was still warm?
Well, it wasn't frozen. I know that. Because she...
How fast does poop freeze?
Do you really want to experiment this? Are you willing to Google this?
Oh, Rich. You know me so much better than that.
Okay.
To even ask.
Oh, we're gonna go on a magical mystery ride here with Mike's laptop.
Incognito mode, baby.
So anyway, just to confirm, upon picking up, Wright Johnson noted that a warm smell of human excrement was on her hand. So,
oh God,
this is definitely not frozen or anything like that.
Yeah.
Police did say that they have store cameras and they are reviewing decent video of the incident. That's weird that they specifically mentioned, quote, decent video.
What does that even mean?
Like, we're going to get you. We got super definition video. We're coming for you.
High def poop.
Yeah. I don't know. We got decent video. We're going to come for you, you defecating bastard.
We're going to get you.
Yeah.
We're going to get you.
Wright Johnson was able to get cleansed immediately.
Thank God.
And she is on file in case they do find the person and they want to press charges. But they got to find the person first. They got to find the mystery pooper, this guy that's out and about in Oklahoma.
It really pisses me off that this guy pooped in a freezer.
Yeah. Why, out of all the locations, did you think that was the most appropriate spot to let a deuce go?
Also, sorry, I'm reading Google about... So there's no...
Mike is reading Google.
So there's no solid answer about
how appropriate, solid answer
about how fast or what temperature poop freezes at. If somebody knows, tweet at Rich, not at me.
I mean, you can. I don't care. But Mike is the one putting out the question.
Yeah, you can tweet at either of us. But apparently there's products out there that you can use to freeze your poop.
What?
Yeah, so there's poop freeze and stuff like this.
What do you mean freeze your poop?
It's a spray that you can use to freeze your poop.
Why?
Poop freeze.
Why do you need to freeze your poop?
I don't know. So, okay. Oh, it's for dogs. Okay.
Mike was about to freeze his own poop.
No.
Yes, he was.
So JB, you have a dog. Here you go. Poop Freeze is a non-toxic aerosol stool solidifying spray. Its claim is to freeze dry the droppings so they're easier to pick up. So here's what Poop Freeze. This is a literal ABC News article from Raleigh, North Carolina, right, from 2008. The Poop Freeze claims to chill the droppings to negative 62 degrees Fahrenheit, and then you can pick up the solid poop. So I think it needs to be pretty cold.
Oh, this feels so good.
There you go, right for Bruno.
Apparently, it can also be used for cat and bird droppings, too.
Yay!
That was probably the best use of that sound clip. Yay!
All right. Well,
So, however,
Mike is gonna go buy this product. He's gonna try it out on some turds.
it only costs $15.
Yep. Look at that face. He's gonna do it. If you're on the video feed, look at that face. He's gonna do it.
Maybe I'll ship it to JB in Chicago, and he can test it and report back whether or not it works.
Yeah, why not? He's the one with the dog.
Do you think you can ship poop freeze?
Sure, why not? This is America.
This is America. You can do whatever you want. But what's really alarming here...
Oh, we're not there yet?
So that was alarming. Another thing that I discovered was from Quora.com, where people can ask questions. Somebody asked, why does my poop come out freezing cold? What a shocker! What is happening online?
I don't know. People are having some weird issues.
But apparently it could be a degenerative nerve disease. It could be ingesting too much menthol or sorbitol. I mean...
So if you...
I just want to know if this guy's okay.
So
His
if you
poop
chain smoke, you get freezing
Does your
poop?
poop come out cold? What does that even mean? There's
Yeah.
no explanation. It's
Like-
just, why does my poop come out freezing cold? This is so alarming, Rich.
You poop ice cubes?
Yeah, do they come out like clink, 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 like ice cubes clinking in a glass? Little brown ice cubes? So anyway, that was fun.
Okay. All right.
Aren't you glad you guys stuck around for the whole thing?
What a fascinating rabbit hole that we went into to end the show on.
You're very upset. This probably went live that we started talking about poop on Facebook
No,
Watch.
this is fine. This is appropriate. We hit like the late night hour, so this is kind of appropriate that we've hit that right
If
at
you're
like,
still watching, it's
the
your own
end.
fault.
Thank you. Thank you for tuning in this late, where we talk about freezing your poop.
Freezing poop. I might buy poop freeze.
You're gonna do it.
I
see
might
that
do it.
look in your eye.
I bought a hand grenade.
Yeah, you bought a hand grenade. Why not? There you go.
Yeah.
Freeze your poop.
Freeze your poop.
See, but now what Mike isn't going to tell you is that he's actually going to buy two of them. One he will ship to Bruno, and the other one he's going to use on his own stuff.
That's right.
There you go.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, he's going to get curious. He's going to try it.
Are you telling me you wouldn't?
No.
If you had a can of poop freeze, you wouldn't try it?
No, I don't want to play with my poop. No. That
Also,
goes
I'm thinking it might be dangerous
away.
to use that in the toilet because if it freezes the poop, it's going to freeze the water too. And then what?
Yeah, don't clog up the pipes.
No, you know what? That's a bad idea. I'm not going to. No. Only use it on dog or cat or bird droppings.
There you go. Appropriate
Sage advice.
sage advice. I was trying to be more inspirational about
Video games.
things are never too late, and Mike gives you sage advice on poop.
That's right. It's never too late to play video games and only freeze your dog's poop.
The more you know. Do.
Yay.
What a lovely way to end the show.
Yay.
Yeah.
Budweiser.
And Budweiser. All right. There you go. That will wrap up the show. All the sage advice that you can get in an hour-long podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you like what you heard, maybe not the poop stuff. I don't know if you enjoyed the poop stuff, but if you did, and you're still committed to us for the ride, thank you. You can check out more of our stuff on thecrispynoodle.com. You can follow us on all the social media channels. Thank you for staying this long with the poop stuff.
Yeah, thank you. And you can also get these shenanigans on YouTube, where you can subscribe to our channel to see the video version of the podcast, or right here on Facebook. But you can also get the audio version of the podcast by subscribing to the Crispy Noodle Podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon devices. So make sure you search for, download, and subscribe to the Crispy Noodle Podcast on YouTube or the podcast service of your choice.
That's right. We also have a SoundCloud page where we got mini noodle promos. Check them out for a quick laugh. They last a minute or two. Perfect way to, spend a couple minutes and enjoy our content.
That's right. So many ways to get in touch with and share the Crispy Noodle Podcast. But if you want to get in touch with us individually, you can do so on Twitter. I'm at Mikey Costanzo, MikeyCostanzo.
And I am at Rich Liebig, RichLiebig. Find us on the Twitters. Let us know if you can answer Mike's poop question.
If you're a poopologist, let me know.
Yeah, I'm sure there's somebody dying to answer your questions, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
If there's any odd news stories you want us to talk about on future episodes, if there are any topics you want us to talk about with sports or entertainment? Do you disagree with my prediction that the Eagles are still going to be under 6.5 wins this season? Do you disagree or agree with some of the things we said? Let us know. Tweet at us. If it's interesting, we'll mention it on next week's episode and give you a Crispy Noodle shout out. And we'll go from there. So there you go. We are an interactive show. We love all of you. Thank you guys for supporting us, our little wacky show here on the internets. This has been the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. Anything else, Mike?
Don't freeze your poop.
There you go. Thank you very much. Michael Costanzo, 2021. But that'll do it for us. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Later. Bye-bye, all you fine people.
Some of us have great stories, pretty stories that take place at lakes with boats and friends and noodle salad. A lot of people, that's their story. Good times, noodle salad.